This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some important updates to share with you. We're talking about the largest Social Security increase announcement coming in just days. I'll give you the latest numbers of what's going to happen with that. Also, when it comes to the Biden-era Social Security reform, there are 4 different scenarios and changes that could happen to Social Security. I'll let you know what could happen there. When it comes to stimulus, $10,000 November direct payment could be yours in days. Find out exact deadline and tool you need to claim it. And when it comes to gas prices, they are still on the rise. I'll play you a video clip of a Democrat getting grilled on Fox News about this issue, and I'll give you some other important updates as well. Hope you're having a more than Monday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you appreciate the straight-to-the-point news. Let's get into it. So, biggest Social Security cost of living increase in decades expected this week. So we are just days away, and basically the number still hasn't changed much, but roughly 70 million Americans, including retirees, those who are disabled, widowers, and others, are likely to see an 8.7% cost of living adjustment. So 8.7, that seems to be the number. What they're saying is the lowest it could be is maybe 8.5, but it looks like 8.5, 8.6, 8.7%. Social Security COLA update coming this week, and it could be huge. I'm curious, what do you think? Is 8.7% big enough for you? If you're on Social Security, 8.7% increase, that means for every $100 you're getting an extra $8.70. Is that enough? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. So the big announcement coming October 13th, just a couple of days away. So yeah, the latest consumer inflation data is 8.5%. So they're going to bring it in potentially at 8.7%. Not official yet. But, you know, we were seeing a much higher numbers not too long ago. When it comes to Social Security reform, which Biden-era changes are most likely to happen? So there are 4 different scenarios here. So Biden wants to make 4 main changes to Social Security. 1, raise money for raise more funds by increasing taxes on the wealthy. 2, boost benefits for older beneficiaries by 1% a year from ages 78 through 82 until age beneficiaries receive a cumulative 5% increase. 3, raise the minimum benefit to 125% of the poverty level. And 4, change the annual cost of living adjustment so it is based on the consumer price index for the elderly instead of current consumer price index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. So I think these are all pretty good changes. Especially the last 2, which is raise the minimum benefit by 125% of the federal poverty level. Could even be raised even higher than that. And also the cost of living adjustment, I feel like, is out of whack. It's not really in touch with how senior citizens are living, how the elderly are living, how our most vulnerable people are living. Instead, it's more focused on the workers' earnings and stuff and their lifestyle compared to someone who's living paycheck to paycheck on fixed income. So which of these could happen? Well, we're not really sure at the moment. Unfortunately, the Social Security Expansion Act has taken a back seat. Not sure why they're not discussing it much before the midterm elections. You would think this would be a hot topic issue. But at this point, I don't know, maybe we'll see it after the midterm elections. Maybe they might try to pass the Social Security Expansion Act then. But the clock is ticking. Yeah, so I'll keep you updated on that. And then a little update here. So thousands still waiting for Ohio Supreme Court to rule on unemployment stimulus checks. So if you remember the $300 per week unemployment boost that went out, and then I think about 24 states stopped that early, and it was $300 per week, and so then a couple of states sued. Well, what's going on here in Ohio, 4 months after the lawsuit started, looks like they're still waiting on that. So there hasn't been a decision made yet after 4 months. But this was going to cause a domino effect because a few other states sued as well, and there could be a retroactive pay for that $300 excuse me, $300 per week boost for, I think it was maybe up to 10 weeks for certain states. So this could be potentially thousands of dollars in retroactive unemployment for Ohio, and based on that decision, could be even higher for other states as well. So I'll keep you updated on that. Just thought I would share. And then $10,000 November direct payment could be yours in days. Find out exact deadline and tool of what you need to claim it. So what this is talking about is qualifying families have until November 15th to file their taxes to receive funds, which could amount up to $10,000. What this is talking about is the enhanced child tax credit. Basically, if you have a few kids, you could get up to $10,000 from those kids. Basically, it's $3,000 for any kid under between 6 and 17, and $3,600 for any kid 5 and under. So if you add it up, I guess they're saying $10,000 here. So November 15th is the deadline for that if you haven't claimed your child tax credit yet. And then OPEC output cut spurs big time fuel price hike next week. So yeah, we just got news a few days ago, last week, of the OPEC cut and how there's going to be 2 million barrels cut. And we haven't seen the full effect of this gas price spike yet. It's probably going to happen over the next few weeks, even higher, what they're saying, is than the gas spike before, which is really bad news, especially coming into colder months where we need more fuel and stuff. But anyways, take a look at this video clip right here of a Democrat representative getting grilled on Fox News of maybe some other alternative solutions here. Take a look.
To California Congressman Ro Khanna, what he makes of this. Republicans are calling it a distraction, Congressman. What do you say?
I don't think the people whose criminal records have been expunged think it was a distraction. It's thousands of Americans, many of them who simply possessed it. They didn't traffic in it. And those are the people who he's forgiving so they can get jobs, so they don't have arrest records.
I'm not 6,500 in that kind of position. 340 million Americans dealing with runaway inflation and everything else. I mean, it just seems like a wacky priority.
Well, look, the president does a lot of things. He can walk and chew gum at the same time. I mean, I've been calling that we need to be far tougher on Saudi Arabia.
Wouldn't you want to be walking more than, let's say, you're chewing gum, right? I mean, wouldn't you want to be addressing the big elephant in the room, which is all this runaway price stuff? And now gas prices, 15 days running again northward. I mean, I take nothing away from what you're saying, Congressman, but that it's a goofy priority this week.
Well, I don't think it's a priority as much as it's just something that was on his plate and he did. The priority is to get gas prices low, and what we need to do is be very tough on Saudi Arabia. I mean, after all we've done for that country, President Bush, the first Bush, defended them against Saddam Hussein, made sure that they weren't invaded. We give them all of the weapons, 70% of their weapons. For them to do this to the American people is outrageous, and we should say if they don't reverse their decision, we're going to stop sending them weapons.
How about if we just stop accepting their oil, period, and rely on what we've got here in ample abundance?
Well, as you know, Neil, production is up over 2020 and 2021. It hasn't come to 2019 levels yet, but it's projected by 2023 to be at record levels. If the oil companies want to invest more in refineries, they can continue to increase production. They're not willing to make that investment.
Why would they commit to a multi-year assignment like that when they know the administration isn't keen on renewables? And they've heard certainly from a number of key players, including the National Climate Advisor, Gina McCarthy, who said, let me be clear and let me answer very directly. President Biden remains absolutely committed to not moving forward with additional drilling on public lands. If I'm running a multi-gazillion-dollar company, I'm looking at that and saying, all right, well, that would be a multi-billion-dollar waste.
Well, first of all, you're right that it's multi-years out, so it's going to do nothing to bring down gas prices now. Second, these oil companies are sitting on about 20% of unused permits, and they have not made the investment, not just in the Biden administration. They weren't making those investments in 2020 or 2021.
Well, they buy those permits and leases under the idea that, you know, most they hope will pan out, but right now about a quarter of them are being challenged by environmental groups in court, so they're kind of in limbo. I'm not saying they're saints here, but they're hardly the villains here either, right?
Well, my interest is how do we get gas prices down now in the next couple months? And there are two things we can do. We can push Saudi Arabia to meet their commitments, and we can stop the export of gas. That's something I've been calling for 6 months. It should be bipartisan. Why are we sending our gas overseas, including, by the way, in a report to China, when we should be having it for the American people?
All right, fair enough. It's a good argument. Ro Khanna, great seeing you again. Thank you very much. Oil prices are rocketing. Stocks, well, they're not. Stay with us.
So I'm curious, what is the solution to helping out gas prices in the short term? They spoke about a few different long-term solutions, but what about in the short term? I don't know. I don't know if anyone has a solution, really. Drilling isn't really gonna, help the gas prices now, maybe in the next few months, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. That is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hey guys, this is the tip of the day. Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you the one thing that you should do. When you do something, and you don't learn, you will be a better person. If you learn, then you'll grow up and be more better at things that you learned. That's all I want to give the information to you. Guys, see you in the next tip of the day, and be safe. See you in the next tip of the day.
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of your support. And subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this, how I get straight to the point, no fluff, no rambling, just give you the facts. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, a little bit of breathing problems. But anyways, hopefully you have a great rest of your day. If you want to check out any of my other videos, my other channels, click right up here. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.